You guys, that's going to be it. Guys, today we're taking a look at Lisa Eldridge's newest releases. She just released 10 new lipstick colors in 2 formulas. The Insanely Saturated, there are 3, which means there's 7 in the Luxuriously Lucent. I believe that's what it's called. I got 7 out of the 10. I didn't get the 2 lightest colors because I know they're not going to work for me. Her last bunch, I did get the lightest color. I think it's called Intrigue, and it was just ghastly. So that's what I did. It is super hot. I do want to turn on my fan. So I'm gonna turn on my fan, and we're going to do some lip swatching and some hand swatching. And then if you are interested, let me know down below if you want me to do comparisons to other things I own that may be similar, including comparisons to some of her previous releases. I'm going to turn on the fan and we're going to get going. So I thought we'd start with the 2 colors that don't fall into a category. To me, she has some pinks, and then she has some brownish tones, and then she has a red, and she has a purple, lilac, I don't know what you would call it. Love them both. 1 in each formula. New Wave. New Wave. So this is the Insanely Saturated, and you know what, you guys? I love this. I don't have anything like it. I do have a couple of things that are somewhat similar, but they're actually deeper in tone, kind of a violet color, and at the same time a little bit brighter, but they are incredibly uncomfortable. One of them is from, it's the cat suit from Wet n Wild, and when I put that on, it's just like, pow. This is the kind of color to me where you can do hardly anything on your face. So today I did a very, very neutral face because I'm trying on different colors. Boom. This, and you're done. New Wave. And you can see that was just on for a second. It will stain your lips, which is great. When you're wearing a color like that, the fade can be not so hot if it doesn't leave a stain. Fantastic. New Wave is an unashamedly bold magenta, modern yet classic, subversive yet soft. With its cool blue undertones, this statement cyclamen shade is shot through with edgy glamour and electronica chic. Palazzo. Palazzo. So this is the Luxuriously Lucent. These are incredibly comfortable. And they're a little bit sheer. You can build them a bit, but not terribly. Now I own a lot of reds, and I know when I have the right red on because it just works for me. But my reds are more opaque or even matte, or I have a gloss. I have one of her glosses, and I don't really like a red gloss. But this is, because there's a bit of sheen to it, it's not as pow in your face as a gloss. It's not as aggressive as a gloss, but this gentle sheen, if you will, gives a very fresh look to a red lip that is just not a statement, and that's what I like about it. This could be easily, if it's the right color for you, an everyday kind of color. It doesn't scream too much, hi, I'm red. It's not a statement, but really works. And this is Palazzo. This is how she describes Palazzo. Take a Roman holiday with this rich, deep, neutral red inspired by the interior of the richly decorous palaces of Italy. As regal as a Renaissance portrait, yet as exhilarating as a ride through Rome on a Vespa. Palazzo. Boop, boop, boop. And now for the 2 browns. Meet me in Berlin. And here you go. This is another one, an easy, everyday kind of look, although it's brown, and it's quite cool in its tone. Maybe you can see It's just, it doesn't have the warmth, it doesn't have the yellow, it doesn't have the orange. When I played with it last night and took off with a paper towel, the color that was revealed to me, and I'm going to show you so you can just see, just lacking in any warmth at all, and yet it's not deadening in the least. So this is what she has to say about Meet Me in Berlin. A deliciously rich tan shade which delivers to various intensities as a brown nude across all skin tones. Inspired by a shoot I worked on in East Berlin in the 2000s, 20,000s? Well, it says 00. I really don't know how to say that. There's a hint of the avant-garde and counterculture feel to this one, which was, we can assume, happening in Berlin in the early 2000s. And just another one, even though this is so cold, it really, really works. Meet Me in Berlin. Night Thoughts. You can see with the Night Thoughts that it is almost like a very deep blackberry, and here it is on the lips. When I put this on yesterday, I thought, I wonder if this is like the Clinique Black Cherry, which I haven't owned in a very, very long time, so I couldn't say. This one does not have a redness or pinkness in it to me. It's really the purpleness of a berry, and I like the idea of this shade a lot. Recently, I have been just kind of, I don't know, attracted to these images that I've seen where the blush is kind of this color and the lip is this color, and it's a very fall-like look. I mean, the nail color I've been going for lately has that look, and I was thinking to myself, I don't think I really have a lipstick that would get me there. While the blushes, there are some out there, this could do that, but in a most gentle way, again, because it's a lucent. Easier to handle than if it was in her velvet formula. I'm going to add some. It won't get that much darker. I would say, just like the Palazzo is a way to wear red when you don't want to be too aggressive, this is a way to wear this deep cherry color, if you will, when you don't want to get too aggressive. And let's see what she has to say. Night Thoughts is a deep creme de cassis. Saturated, I cannot without my glasses, you guys, I'm sorry. I hate putting them on during the videos because they do rub off my makeup, but I just, even though I made this font big, a deep creme de cassis saturine shade of a heart of darkness, a sensual black cherry hue that suits all skin tones. One swipe will give you the mauvey veneer of a just bitten lip, whilst build up, it gives a gorgeous depth, as profound and deep as the conversations with friends that carry through the night. And now for the pinks. Je ne sais quoi in the luxuriously lucent. And there you have it. And here you have it. This is a mid-tone, warmer pink. So there's a little bit of yellow in this. It doesn't relate to the coolness in your skin. I love a very, very cool pink lip, but one that is not deeply on the scale of coolness can be a little iffy for me personally. And this is, again, it's another one of those easy colors to wear. And Lisa says, hard to pin down, Je ne sais quoi is a warm, creamy coral. Its summery magic lies in the duality of its vibrancy and subtlety. Somehow, this lively shade manages to brighten the face without being an overly bright shade. And I would agree. It's interesting that she says it's coral. I do feel that it is a warm pink, but je ne sais quoi. By the way, one of the first French expressions that I ever learned super well was je ne sais pas, because my teacher said, if you're going to say I don't know all the time, at least say that in French. But this is je ne sais quoi, which is different. I think je ne sais quoi is I don't know what, because quoi is what. French lesson of the day. And from Insanely Saturated, we have Sunday Matinee. Now I still maintain that this one is not a coral, it's a warm pink. Where this one is more of a neutral pink. I see a little coolness, but it's not mauvey at all. And to me, I really, really like this. This reminds me of something else I have, but I haven't done any comparisons. If you want to see that, let me know down below. But I don't know, I just think this is a very chic color. It's not trying too hard. Yes, Sunday matinee, I suppose, but maybe anytime you want to finish off your look, but you don't want to be too specific with what your look is. Again, kept the face really neutral today, and I like it a lot. And by the way, I should have mentioned earlier what my skin tone is, because that will help you determine if something's going to work for you. Undertone is everything. Today I'm wearing the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin in 4N, which is neutral. My skin is actually neutral, but I have a lot of surface redness. And actually, my skin, I lie. If you look right here, you can see that there's yellow, and I not have foundation right here. I have a lightly yellow undertone with surface redness. So I tried to go for the neutral foundations, and that's what this is. So that might help you figure out if they're going to work for you. I just like this color a lot. Sunday matinee, and let's see what she has to say. Let's see if I can see through my filthy dirty glasses. I really didn't want to do it this way, you guys, but it was just too small. A soft pouty medium pink with a hint of warmth. Never washed out or too try hard. It's insouciant and laid back as a Sunday spent watching your favorite classic film. All right, Sunday matinee. And now the brighter pinks, Wonder Wheel. This is the Luxuriously Lucent, and I love a bright color. If you're new here, I love a bright lip. I will oftentimes wear Your Lips But Better, or things that are not too inconspicuous, but when I put on a bright lip, I just feel pow. And this is a great way to go about it. If you don't like a bright lip, but you want to dip your toe into that pond, nice way to go about it. I could use a little more pow myself. Very comfortable. It is not, moving into the lines. It's saturated enough without being super, super saturated and intimidating. And this is Wonder Wheel. You know the drill. Roll up, roll up. I'm kind of getting over these descriptions, you guys. Deliciously juicy popsicle pink shade. Let's just leave it at that. It's a little much, a little getting close to Charlotte Tilbury land. Very, very pretty shade. And this is the final one, again, in the Insanely Saturated. And this is Strawberry Shock. So these two are the muted pinks, these two are the brighter pinks, and this is the brightest of the pinks, and I think it is a great time. I really like this one. I was so far away from the camera. Let me get closer. It's just summer, right? It looks a little more orangey in here at this moment as opposed to strawberry. It's maybe actually, I'm going to check outside, but this might actually be closer to a coral. When I put this on last night, different lights, different time of day, it looked more pink, but here, more coral, I think. Let me check. I just want to take my hair down too, even though the fan's still on. I think this is more coral, you guys, than what I was seeing last night, which is really interesting. And I feel like I want to put the popsicle over it, but it's not called popsicle. Wonder Wheel. So I want to put Wonder Wheel over this. It's still not quite pink enough. Isn't that interesting? It just really, really goes to show you where you're looking at something, what color it might look like. And yeah, I thought this was pink. But take a look again. That does not look pink to me, right? Where am I? There I am. And finally, once again, I don't know why, I've done these a million times and I always read them, but for some reason they've changed either their style or who's doing it, and it's just a little much for me. A sun-filtered red. Aha! Okay. Okay, a sun-filtered red that hides a dash of shocking punk pink, extremity at its heart. A bright, shouty strawberry daiquiri hue that instantly energizes, a true Goldilocks of bright reds. It's neither too cool or too warm. Okay. I'm glad that I didn't read those descriptions and I just, I copied and pasted them because I didn't want to I wanted to see them with my eyes, in my light, and that makes sense. But I still don't think it's red, I think it's coral. Right? We can fight about it. A warm red. And I really saw more pink in it last night, so that is really, really interesting. And you guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Lisa Eldridge's newest addition, color-wise, to her collection from luxuriously lucent and insanely saturated. And I want to hear what your thoughts are. What's your favorite? And I want to also hear, do you want me to do another video where I scour through things that I have, including hers, and do comparisons? Let me know, and I'll do another video. I think it's a wonderful, lighthearted little collection, and I think she did a really wonderful job. I have to say that there are times where some of her lipsticks, the undertones just somehow do not work for me, even though they aren't quite neutral. There's just something about them that don't work in some of her collections. And this one, everything worked. There wasn't anything where I thought, that's somehow not right for me. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.
Lucy! Let's go! Let's go! What? Let's go! Let's go!